My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the Holy Word of God of 19th November 2021. The focus of our reflection, one of the greatest tragedies of today's society is the loss of the sense of the sacred. A spirit and culture of profanity has invaded all the spheres of life. In the first reading from the first Maccabees, we have a vivid and touching description of the rededication of the Jerusalem temple by Judas, his brothers, and many other faithful Israel. They cleanse the temple, build a new altar, offer sacrifices, fall on their faces and worship and bless heaven, gratefully recollect his mighty and merciful interventions, sing on harps, lutes, and cymbals. They restore the gates and chambers for the priests. They decorate the front of the temple with golden crowns and small shields. They also decide on its annual memorial. It was indeed a memorable celebration of rededication. It was not only a rededication of the temple, but at the same time, a rededication of the people as well. They renew their fidelity to God. They recapture the lost spirit, lost covenantal relationship with God. They put an end to all their profanity and perversity and vow to be straight and upright in the ways of God. In the Gospel too, we have a similar act of reconsecration of the temple by Jesus. Jesus cleanses the temple that has become a business place, a den of robbers. The holy temple was truly desecrated and it needed a reconsecration. Jesus needed the guts and he had them. He knew that it would aggravate animosity against him as the authorities sought to destroy him as an immediate reaction. But nothing would deter his zeal for God and his holy abode. Jesus was filled with a holy fire of just anger because the sacredness was not only ignored and abandoned, but also replaced by profanity. House of prayer was turned into a den of robbers. These two incidents of reconsecration must strongly challenge us about our own frequent tendencies and acts of desecration of our temples. Desecration of the temple takes place in two ways. It is a direct desecration whenever we do not sustain an ambience of the holy in our churches. Whenever we fail to experience and foster an atmosphere of holiness, there is desecration. Besides, whenever we use our churches for profane purposes, turning them into marketing or advertising or organizing halls, there is desecration. But there is also another serious desecration. Whenever people enter the holy temple with desecrated hearts and lives, there is also a grievous desecration. When the temple is peopled with people so much polluted by sin and evil, it is a pervasive desecration. And now, the direction and the directive for our life, it is not enough that we decorate and venerate our churches and celebrate various spiritual activities in them. We must make sure that they transmit an aura of holiness and cleanses. We need a reconsecration of both of our temples and believers.